Hello, welcome to a movie review, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Wow. Um, Before I go on to review the movie, I would say that the very first Planet of the Apes movie with Charlton Heston is a classic. I love that movie. It's one of those few American movies that I did see when I was living in Vietnam. I didn't understand much of it, but I thought it was pretty cool, even though I didn't understand what the heck was going on. And I was extremely happy to able to watch it again after I came to America and fully understand the storyline, and I absolutely love it. I can't say that I am a big fan of all the sequels. I have seen, I believe, all of them. Some of them were pretty bad, and some of them were kind of okay, but no doubt the very first one left a huge impression because the makeup was incredible back then. Even today, when I watch that movie on cable, I'm still impressed with how they were able to make the the, the, the ape face to move, the lips and all that. So heads off to the people that worked on the special effect even back many decades ago. And the reboot with Mark Wahlberg and Tim Burton, that was visually beautiful, but the story was bad. Okay, that movie is, there is no sugarcoating that movie. So when I heard the news that they are doing Rise of the Planet of the Apes, I was indifferent. It's one of those things where, after I saw the reboot with Mark Wahlberg, I just didn't feel all that interest in another Apes movie. But when that movie came out and I heard a lot of positive reviews, I decided to give it a shot. And I walked away from that movie very happy that they went into the prequel direction. It was fresh. The special effect was amazing. The apes was so real, and the story was very good. I like how they approach the demise of mankind as well as the rise of the ape. So I enjoyed that movie a lot. It wasn't a wow movie where I give it 4 star or anything like that. It's not something that I would go run out and yell to the world that, oh, you must go see this movie. But I enjoyed it enough to give it not quite 3 star, but I say 2 3/4 star out of 4, or maybe even 3, but maximum 3 star out of 4. So when I heard that they are making a sequel to that movie, now I am excited because after I see what they have done, the direction of the franchise, I am on board, right? And then with all the teasers and trailers that I saw the past 3 months, wow, I was beyond excited. Probably more excited to go to see this movie than just about any other movies this summer. So I went to see it just a few days ago, and I came out extremely pleased. Right off the bat, I gave this movie, 3.25 star out of 4, or even 3.5 out of 4. It's so well done. It is. I like the stories. I like the acting. There are very few bad points. Very few. Okay. And I will go into that at the end of the video when I go into a little spoilers. But this movie is so wonderful. It's the best part about this movie is it allow me to understand both sides of the conflict. You get to see the apes, you get to see the humans, you get to understand why they have to do what they have to do. As I mentioned in many other movies review, I prefer to see bad guys in movies, the villains in the movie, to be to have a purpose, to have a reasons beyond just being evil. Okay, so it's wonderful to see villains that have true good reason why they want to do what they want to do, why some apes hate humans, don't trust humans, and would rather kill the humans than trying to be their friends, and vice versa. Okay, that some humans are so bitter toward the apes that they rather kill the apes than trying to coexist. That's a key word, coexist. I mean, that's the main theme of this movie to me in many ways, and that is that we have a world now that is populated with both man and intelligent apes, and they must figure out how to coexist, or it will be the end of one. Acting wise, very little to complain about. I think there isn't much I can add as far as the wonderfulness of the special effect and the motion capture. It's so real. Seriously, I mean, I'm in awe of what motion capture has done today compared to just a few years ago when we were wowed by the movie Avatar. Now it's leaps and bounds as far as, you know, that technology. So not much to say as far as the actors that play the apes, because the movement and everything is so real. It's, you can't help it but feel for Caesar, the king of the apes. He is so majestic. He's so regal. He's so worthy to be on the crown. The way he walk, the way he talk, you know, it's quite remarkable to be able to showcase that character on the screen and make me believe that he is king worthy. Okay. As far as a human, no doubt, you know, from watching the previews, you get an image that, you know, Gary Oldman is like the big leader with that evil sense. But as I watch the movie, I can feel the plight of the human race, and there really is no bad human. Even the worst of the human character in the movie, he wasn't so bad. The movie is more so about how the apes realize that they are flawed just as much as the humans that they dislike and distrust, because they are plagued by the same moral issues that we face as far as greed and fear and power and all of that. I mean, it's a movie with many deep message. Okay, and I'd highly recommend it if you enjoy some of the other Apes movie, to go see this movie. Okay, So now I will go into a slight spoiler. Okay, so if you don't want to hear any kind of spoilage, thank you for watching. Until next time. But going forward, I will talk about a few things that may be considered spoilers. Okay, bye. Okay, we're back. Believe it or not, for me, the worst part of this movie is the first 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes was very uneasy for me, where I didn't like what was going on the screen, and thankfully the next 2 hours was so much better that I ignored the first 10 minutes. But for those that seen the movie, the first 10 minutes, this is the problem with Hollywood. Hollywood has this is a decades long problem. Okay, not it. It's I think Hollywood, we the audience, are being pounded into our head for many years now that the first 5 to 10 minutes must have some kind of major action, things that suck us into the movie. Okay, it demands it, requires it. You know, I think this all started. I might be wrong, but I think the Bonds film was a trend for many decades. You know, the first scene had to be some kind of action, heavy stuff that get you pumped into the movie. You know, years ago, movie can start out slow, but now, you know, many movies gotta start out with a bang. You gotta start out with a car chase, an explosion. It has to be, you know. And the same thing with this movie. Right off the bat, you get this big hunt, and I'm sitting there at the movie, and I'm just like, monkey, apes are hunting deers for meat, huh? What? I didn't know ape was eating meat. You know, it's and then of course for the rest of the movie they completely ignore all of that. Okay, they don't want to show you what the apes eat. You know, for all I know, they can eat rice and beans, whatever. But for me, I had a lot of problem with the first scenes, first 10 minutes, where, you know, they get all the apes flying through the jungle, jumping through trees with spears and all that, and hunting deers and killing bears, and I just didn't like that part. That's the only thing that, in the grand scheme of things, did not work for me. I just you know, it's that's a like I said, I'd love to hear other people's comment on that scene if you watch the movie, because you know, to me, I wouldn't have done it that way. The other part that kind of bothered me a little bit would be, you know, when Caesar, after he got shot and fell down from the tree, no apes bothered to go look for him. If your king is injured or shot or killed or whatever, and fell from the tree into the ground somewhere, would at least some apes go and retrieve the body? So that is just one of those things where I'm just like, come on, writers, you know, you gotta do better than that. And it's just so convenient that it's the human that stumble across the injured Caesar, and then when they drove Caesar through the city, he just happened to spot the house that he grew up in. And sure, that touching moment with him watching the video with the James Franco character, teaching him how to do the sign language. But to me, sometimes you're trying to neatly put things in the movie, doesn't work. So basically, that's about all of the negativity that I can think of. Now that I have time to sit down and think about the movie. Um, but the rest of the movie was fantastic. I mean, I believe in the bad, evil, mean apes. I think his name was Koba. You know, definitely he has reason to be bad, to be evil, or to be mean. I would say he's evil, but he has good reason to not trust the human. Um, and that's it. Like I said, there isn't much to spoil, but I hope if you saw the movie and you made it to this far after my video, hopefully I would love to hear what you think about the movie. Anyhow, thanks for watching.